This is Jenny Naslund, and in this video we'll be talking about Google Forms. Google Forms are often used to collect information from your students. You could use it to collect information from parents. I'll show you how to create a Google Form. So first thing you're going to do is click on New, and then you'll look for Google Forms. If you don't see it, you'll click on More, and you'll see Google Forms. Once you get a Google Form open, you want to make sure you name it. I'm going to create a learner profile, and you can start by changing the theme. If you click on the color palette, you can change the color of it if you'd like. Otherwise, you can click down here, and this will allow you to select a theme. I'm in the work and school category right now. I'm just going to scroll down and pick a theme that I'm interested in. Click on select. It takes a second for it to load there. Once you have a theme, you can start adding your questions. You can add a description if you want to about what your form is about. With the questions, you just click on it and you have a couple different choices. We have short answer, a paragraph, multiple choice, checkbox, a drop down. You can also upload a file, and then we've got a couple other choices as well. So I'm going to stick with multiple choice for this question, and I'm going to write my question. And if I wanted to add an image, I could just click on image here. I could add an image by URL. I could drag an image in as well. If I wanted to drag one, I could drag in an image here, and it would show up. If I wanted to delete it, I would just click on, I could align it. If I wanted to delete it, I could just click on remove. But that's an option. You can add an image for each of the different choices if you wanted to as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and start adding my options here. If I want to add more, I just go ahead and keep adding in choices. And until I have enough, let's see, science and social studies. I want to delete an option. I just click on it and I can delete it. Let's see what else. Once you have your choices in there, you can make it a required question or a not required question. I'm going to make it a required question. If I'd want to delete a question, I'd click there. If I want to duplicate a question and just change a couple of things, that would also be an option. You can also do a description if you want to. You can shuffle your option order. Other things you can do when you're ready to add another question, just click on this and it'll add another question down here. Again, you can change your format if you want. You can also add just plain text. So if you want to describe something before you go into it, you could do that as well. You can add an image or a video in. The other option is to break it into different sections. So you might have a whole section talking about their favorite subject and a whole other section talking about their learning preferences. If I want to delete things, just click and I can hit delete section, or I can move it. If I want to delete a question, I just click on it and hit delete. So there's a lot of editing options when you are actually creating your questions. If you click on the preview button, it allows you to preview what it actually looks like, which is kind of nice. I can also go into the settings button and change some of the settings. I could collect email addresses if I wanted to. I could restrict it to only people in Westonka. If you're going to send it out to parents, you'd obviously not want to click on that. I could limit the times that they can respond. You could say if they can edit it after. Presentation, I could show the progress bar. I could shuffle question order, show a link to submit another response. You could give a message, thank you for completing my survey. You can also choose to do a quiz if you want to use it to create a quiz. You can give them immediate feedback. You can let them see any of these options. So there's a lot of different things that you can do in the settings here in Google Forms. When you are, if you want to share it with another colleague, you can click on the three little dots here and click on Add a Collaborator. And you would just type in their email address. You can give them rights to edit it. You can give them a little message that explains what it is if you want. You can send a copy to yourself. So that's kind of the sharing options. When you're ready to send your form, you'll click on send, and you can send an email if you would like. You can click or start typing whose email you want to send it to. You can give a subject and a message, and then include the form in the email. It would be embedded in the email if you chose to do that. Another option would be to send it with a link. I'll oftentimes do this for parents if I'm sending out an email. You can shorten the URL to make it a lot shorter. You can also embed your form into a website with this embed code as well. So those are all the different options on how you can send the form. Next, we'll be looking at some of the responses and how you can review your responses. So when I'm ready to look at the responses to my form, I would click on responses up here, and I can look at the summary. So this is the summary. I got 11 responses, and it breaks it down for me into the percentage of each. I could look at the individual responses and what people said. I could actually scan through everybody's. So if you had like a short answer or something like that, it'd be a nice way to kind of scan through it. I can also turn off accepting responses so that people can't keep submitting to my survey. If you wanted to view it in Sheets, you could click there and actually get the Sheets version, and you could use that to analyze data if it was like a test or something like that. There's all sorts of different options that you have when you are looking at the responses in Google Forms. Thank you.